Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining today. We are going to focus on GBP USD ahead of the non-farm payroll data. We will begin shortly, just 1 minute only. So today with the non-farm payroll data, okay, so it looks good, everything. From the non-farm payroll data, and the work department is expected that non-farm payroll data should come higher this time. However, we have to be very careful. The focus that we are going to look at will be on GBP USD. However, I'm going to share with you also Euro USD, considering that they are in line with each other. Most of the time they used to move in the same way. During Wednesday, we have the ADP employment data. These are the new employment data from the private sector and the largest companies. During Wednesday, it was expected that from the previous month, it was expected an increase from 106 to 130K. However, as we saw, it was 103 this time, a slowdown on these numbers. However, we can also understand that it came lower than expected because the US economy is showing a lot of improvement, GBP is advancing. So it is not related only with the jobs that the companies may need at this moment, but also that the US economy proved to be strong, printed higher numbers on employment data, so it is normal that this number is going to increase if there are not many people that are not employed, that are not unemployed. So this is another reason that it can slow down. However, if we are going to look at on the non-farm payroll data, usually these are in line with these others. When the ADP is higher, also the non-farm payroll data tends to be higher. However, they have a positive correlation, but not all the time. That is why we have to be careful. From the non-farm payroll data that we have today, just one moment, they will be released at the opening of the US market. One of the most important indicators is also the average hourly earnings. It has been positive also during the previous time, probably a slowdown. However, this is showing that the salaries are increased during these moments, so it can come positive. And what is very important with the non-farm payrolls this time is that it is expected to be 180K, and during the previous month it was 150. It can be possible that the price may reach these numbers because this is usually a normal number for the non-farm payrolls. During the previous 2 months, we saw a slowdown in the non-farm payrolls. However, we have seen also the US economy that keeps performing. Another problem that I see is not the fact how the numbers related to the payrolls will come this time, but the problem is how the market will interpret the FOMC. We have FOMC meeting during Wednesday, and this is a big problem because from these numbers, the market may jump on the other indicator, may interpret how FOMC is going to impact the market. At the time, I was expecting these two type of movements. The first one was for a possible retest of this area, 1.2610, and the breakdown can push the price even lower. So this was the primary scenario that we had. I'm going to break this down on many time frames at this moment, and we can see what we can face during the non-farm payrolls. So let's see what we have here. On the daily chart, the price is already facing a very strong resistance zone. that is close to 1.2730. So look at how the price reacted in this zone. It was very strong also before, considering that we have candles that already tested this area. I'm going to make this more visible. Look at how the price reacted here. Even if we are going to look at a bit lower, this is showing that we had a selling pressure at this moment. Also, this can be taken in consideration, considering that the bulls and the bears are pushing in this zone as well. And look at where the price already stopped so far. So this is adding more value to the bearish scenario that we are looking at, or probably that the market is going to push the price down. On the other hand, if we are going to look at the stochastic, this is showing that the price has room to move down further. These are expanded from each other, as you can see. It has a lot of space between the fast and the slow stochastic indicator. On the other hand, we have candles at the beginning of the week. We had only this Dodge candle here that was showing that the price was losing volume. This was the candle that we are looking at. And during all this week, overall, it was very boring, considering that it was empty related with the economic indicators. The economic calendar was almost empty, and this was the reason why we had a very, very boring week. The focus of the market previously was on the ADP data, and now is only on the non-farm payroll data. So look at what happened. This was created during ADP, and now we are at this point for the non-farm payrolls. Considering that the price already broke down from this strong structure, this is adding more value that probably we may see a bearish move happening here. However, we have to be careful. At this moment, we have structure support that is coming from the left side of the structure. So this is showing that we have a strong bullish pressure as well, considering that the price didn't manage to break through this zone. That is why it stopped here so far. And on the other hand, only from this daily chart, the maximum that I see for the moment is that the price can create this expansion here. So this is the maximum that I'm looking at if the price is going to come down. If this is going to happen in this way, it is likely that we can see the indicators to test the lower part of the stochastic, and it can show for a possible increase again. Also from this picture, we are still bullish. We have to be careful. The price is creating the bigger moves. The only problem that I see on GBPUSD so far is that this is a very complex situation. How the market is already waiting for the non-farm payroll data. So far we are still below this small structure, and this is supporting for a possible bearish move. But on the other hand, we have also a double scenario here. During the previous time, we saw this type of wedge pattern when the price accumulated and later exploded, and we may see very clearly this impulsive move. And also during these moments, we may face the same situation. So it looks very simple, it looks bearish, but we have a possible double movement at this moment. So we may have something like this, like the price is doing in this way, and it can begin a bullish move again. In that way, if this is going to happen as a move, we are going to have also this type of price expansion, and it can continue with the pattern and with a possible bullish move. So that is why GBPUSD is very complex at this moment in its way. We have to be very careful. However, considering that we have already these two scenarios, you can trade in the way that you like it. If you want, you can wait for the non-farm payroll data today. If you want, you can wait for the price to create a clear bullish pattern and later you can initiate the trade for the bullish move. And what I explained, so this was the bullish scenario. It can do something similar as before it moves higher, and in the situation we are going to be in this type of movement here. So this is for the bullish move. For the bearish move, the price is already on a bearish move at this moment. This is holding strong, and it is likely that it can also move down in advance before the news or probably after the news. So this is the complexity that GBPUSD is already showing. It is not all the time so complex, but the USD, I think, is showing this complex situation because we have the non-farm payrolls and we have FOMC, which is very important. On the other hand, the market is anticipating a possible rate cut during the first quarter of 2024. However, that is another topic that we are going to discuss another time. So far, I think that it's too far away. However, the market will speculate about the topic, and I don't think that it will support the USD in the near term. However, let's see. This is the first one that we are looking at. On the other hand, we have also the dollar index that I have posted also before and shared with you. This is the previous analysis shared at the end of November 30. And as you can see, the price already created the movements that we were expecting. So what may happen next for the dollar index? This is a bit complex situation overall. This is also the update of the analysis. The price reacted in this area and reached also the target that we had, and so far it is down here. Also, if we are going to look at the dollar index for a better idea on GBPUSD, we can see that it is not a clear situation yet, but on the other hand, the price is showing that we have selling pressure and also the bulls that are joining the market. Also at this moment we can see that the price created an impulsive move, came down, another one came down. On a lower time frame that I shared during the previous time, we had something very clear. Just one moment. For the dollar index, it was this small wave, 1 2 3 4 5 wave. I was looking at for this ABC move. However, it looks like the correction happened only with one wave here. It can be broken only on a lower time frame. And so far the price created also another 5-wave movement that is on this part here. So this is all one piece of itself, which is a big problem that I see so far, is that this is not showing a clear trading opportunity. And for the bulls to take control on the dollar index, I think that it is a must this time that the dollar index should bounce above 104, and later it will have more chances for a possible bullish move. As long as the price will develop in this area here where it is right now, I don't think that it will have any clear direction. So the maximum dollar index can do will be this type of movement here. So we need to see a breakthrough 104.2 in order for more upside. So this is the first scenario that we are going to look at for the dollar index. For the bearish movement, we don't have anything yet. If that is going to happen, it will be only an aggressive move. So that is another topic, but this is where we can focus so far. A possible sideways movements and also a possible bullish move. This comes in line also with non-farm payrolls and also FOMC, because also FOMC can push the price in this correction and it has higher chances to create this move. And that is why I'm focused only on these two possible scenarios for dollar index. So let's focus on 103.4, 104.2 as a possible up and down area for this one. On the chat are writing about the yen pairs. I shared the yen pairs during all these days. The problem is that we have to be very careful with the yen pairs. Just a moment. This is one of the analyses that I shared about yen, and the price moved down in a perfect way. The problem is that it was not that easy related with the yen pairs because it was created all of this movement from the Bank of Japan. In the current situation, we have to be very careful with GBPUSD, with GBP yen, because the price can also lose volume, and also with the other yen pairs because they are in the same situation again. That is why I would like to be very, very careful. I see many of you are already asking about the yen pairs and what has already happened, and if the market is going to recover again. This was also another analysis that I shared. But I think that the yen topic is a bit large this time, is not so small. If you are in profits, just close the profits, and I'm going to do another live stream with more details related with the yen pairs. So let's see what is going to happen with FOMC, with the non-farm payroll data today, with GBPUSD, and let's focus only on this topic. Tomorrow I will prepare another live stream related with the yen pairs. Thank you so much for joining, and please don't forget to hit the like button and follow. Bye bye.